Namaste, pranams. It is natural to go to a sage, a being of higher consciousness, or to a church, mosque, place of worship, seeking fulfillment of our primary needs. Having needs is very much like wearing a cap that fits each one of us so perfectly. From a yogi's perspective, when you go to meet a master of higher consciousness, or when you go to a place of worship, the only thing that matters is receiving the grace of consciousness from that higher conscious master, or attainment of that vibration that we carry with us, that we call God, Source, the Infinite. This is conveyed through the mantra. So when we receive the mantra from sages, what we are receiving is not only their presence, but the presence of the entire lineage of beings who recited the mantra over thousands of years. So when we receive a mantra, what happens is a light is lit within ourselves, a lamp, a resonance field that gets us keeping the fire being growing and growing as we mature the spiritual lamp within ourselves, until just like rice getting cooked, a mantra gets cooked. Now, when you recite a mantra, not only are we utilizing the amazing potency of the energy within the mantra for our own reality, but also anyone who hears it or listens to it, they get uplifted. My story of the mantra goes back to the time when, after being given the mantra, the Maha mantra, I could remember going down to one of the caves, and there were 4 of us, and as we stepped deep into the cave, the bees descended. It was a huge big beehive, and all the bees descended. So 2 of my friends managed to run away, and they were still stung some 10-15 times. But the person with me, he and I had all the bees over us. At that point in time, of course, I was scared, I was in fear, but I knew to hold on to the mantra, understanding that that was the only truth. And as I held the mantra, I could feel the blue energies around me protect me. The bees were going through my nose, into my shirt, but not one bee was stinging me. I looked down and I see this friend of mine being stung and stung and stung. And I walked out and then felt there was a need that I had to go back to pull him out. And thank God my friends had arrived with the smoke, and we pulled him out. But after we pulled him out, he was stung over 400, 500 times. And these were killer bees. I could still remember reciting the Maha mantra on the way, driving down to the hospital. The nearest hospital was an hour and a half away. And he survived. He was in bed for over 3 weeks. But what I learned from this was the power of the mantra, the understanding of how much you depend on the mantra, and how much the mantra by itself is sheer vibratory energy that not only transforms your own vibrant state, but also is alignment to the ancient lineage as wisdom. So the potency of that which we receive in transformation is from mantras. This is why I thought I must share this wisdom of the mantra with you. Gratitude.